GODOX has come out with a new product, which is this little pocket flash that you guys see here. I have been using GODOX flashes, guys, for probably a decade or more. Now, one of them that I use a lot, I'm going to show you guys back here on my desk, but we're going to compare that to this newer, more budget model of one of their pocket flashes. This is the TT520 version 3. So we're going to unbox this, take a look at what comes in the box and how it compares to the flashes that I'm already using in my everyday workflow. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys, let's take a look at what comes in the box. So as you guys can see, it's a really nice packaged unit here. Now it has a little bit of information here on the side, but let's just pop right into it. Now this unit will come with its own trigger, and that would be this unit right here. We'll come back to this in just a few moments. Inside of the box, you're also going to find the actual flash itself with the little pouch that it comes in. It has a little stand similar to the one that you guys see on here for setting this up for tabletop photography. So that's really nice that that's included. And of course, you also get your starter manual. So let's take a closer look at the actual flash. All right, so here's the unit. Now, this one can be powered by external power source. There's a little door right here on the side where you can kind of open this up, and you guys can see inside there how you could connect this to one of their external batteries, which is really nice that that is also included in this budget model. All of your controls are going to be right here on the back. You have your on and off switch, you have your mode button, you have your test flash, and you also have your plus and minus buttons right here with an LCD screen. You also have your channel controls right here for on and off, and also switching through the 16 possible channels. On this side here is where you're going to install your AA batteries. It requires 4, and they were even smart enough to add a little kind of like a little drawing here to show you guys the order that the batteries are supposed to go in. So let's throw some batteries in this guy and power it up. All right, guys, so now that we have batteries in this unit, we should be able to now turn this guy on. And there we have it. So we're in manual mode at 1/128th of a second for our modes, but we can also go through our different modes here. We have our S1, we have our S2, and then back to manual. And we can adjust this as well. So we can bring up the power, as you guys see here. So 1/16th of a power is going to be very, very powerful. So it just depends on what you're going to actually need to trigger this flash. So let's go ahead and mount this first of all onto this little stand that you guys see right here. And that just clips in. You have a little ring down here that you could use to further adjust that so that it doesn't come out, and you can just tighten that up. Now, what's nice about this specific model, like the other ones, you can tilt the head back and all the way 90 degrees. You have a complete rotation of this as well. So depending on how you want to use a bounce flash, you'll be able to accommodate that. Now, of course, this is designed to mount onto the camera, but I want to show you guys the controller here real quick. This is a universal controller. So it has the one single pin in comparison to, say, the controller that I'm using on this Sony camera here that actually has the Sony electronics in it, as you guys can see there. So that's where they differ. But this is designed to work perfectly on any specific type of camera model, depending on a Nikon, it could be Canon, it could be, of course, Sony, or any of the others out there. Now there's a little battery keeper in here. You're just going to pull that little tab out, and this is ready to go. All right, guys, now that we have batteries in this flash, let's go ahead and turn it on. And I want you guys to see that we can trigger it, as you guys see here, with this little trigger. And this is going to be the same as we're triggering it off of the camera. So let's go ahead and mount this on this Sony body right here. We're just going to slide this in like so, turn on the camera body, and we should be able to as you guys see. So no problems there. So the other cool thing that you'll be able to do with this, and I'm going to take this trigger off. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this flash here to trigger this flash. And this would be in a standard situation if you were doing a portrait headshot where you'd have multiple flashes set up. So let's just go ahead and pop this guy on here like so. And then I would be able to focus on something. As you guys see, both flashes are being triggered. So, in a nutshell, guys, I think this is going to be an excellent little flash as a main flash for a lot of photographers, as well as a slave flash or backup flash or a hair light flash, whatever you want. So you have a diffuser that's built into it, as well as a bounce card, which allows you to bounce the light at an angle or something like that. So it has a lot of the same features that you will find in some of its more, let's just say, more expensive versions of this flash. So I think a lot of guys just getting started, this will be an excellent flash to get started with. And I will be incorporating this into my everyday workflow, guys. So yeah, I'd like to thank GODOX for sending this flash out for me to be able to test for my product photography, any of the things that I shoot on a regular basis. I think this is going to be excellent. All right, guys, this has been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.